Yes. What is good, my people? Welcome back to Computer Music Academy's weekly homework podcast. I'm your host, Tasha Rasay. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Welcome to week 95 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. Shout out to my man, new member, and a dude that I think is going to do incredibly great here at CMA. My man, RTO Beats. Thank you for that intro, which is actually very dope. Wait till you hear the rest of that track. It's pretty sick. But we'll be using that for the next 3 weeks, then moving on to something else. This week, beautiful. Let's just say I'm getting my my Hannibal from A-Team on, and I love it when a plan comes together. So there's something, we've been rehashing or revisiting certain ideas that we've done before in a couple of, the first couple of earlier years, but I want to do different twists on them. You always got to shake things up a little bit. And I actually have a plan for this particular thing, but this is the part 1. There will be a part 2 later in the year. But I want to just go organic, very organic, meaning as far as just straight up instrumentation or creativity, no sampling, except for, your drums and stuff like that. I actually put in the assignment, no like vocal stab speeches or anything like that from movies or TV shows, just straight up give me your best stab at organic music, just creating true traditional music, whatever genre you decide to go with. And this is why I say I love it when a plan comes together, because we actually have 10 submissions this week. Yeah, we're back to those days, and I love it. And there's actually a couple of surprises. So let's go ahead and get this thing started, because it's going to be a pretty long show, or I should say lengthy show. I'm ready for that. Starting off with the man who gave us the intro, my man, RTO Beats. Let's go. Yes. Uh-huh. That's how you kick off the show right there, boy. Woo! Representing Fairfield, California, my man, RTO Beats. So since I said Fairfield, now you understand why that track came out the way it did. That nice West Coast feel and the bounce. That oh my God, that's what I'm talking about. I'm especially happy because I know, RTO has actually been, dealing with some things. And now here's the therapy. You see that intro. You see what he did last week. You see this entry for this particular week. And this is why I say this dude is about to do something very, very dope. So the squad is expanding, needless to say. But man, loved everything about that track, dude. Got the right drums, the right bounce to it. I mean, everything is mixed pretty well. Love everything about that joint. Nice synth and pads and just funk all the way down. I think it was around the 155 mark where it actually changed up to almost like a bridge. Man, that's what I'm talking about. Organics. Yes. I'm pumped right now. We still got 9 more entries to go. RTO, thank you, my man. All right, moving on to my man JSP8. Let's go. JSP8. Oh, man. Yeah. Dude, that was dope. Real laid back and I don't want to say calm, but definitely laid back, chill type music. That's cruising kind of stuff somewhat. That's dope, man. Liked everything about it. Had a really nice feel, nice tone to it. Man. I don't know what more to say about that. It actually had a couple of different change ups and solos, and man, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. One piece of advice I will give, and I guess we got to work on this somehow. The sound of it is actually really nice. As I'm looking at the wave, and it was like this for the last couple of weeks, I'm looking at his waveform, and you could tell where the drums are compared to the instruments. And it's almost like it seems he needs the drums definitely stand out, but it's almost like he needs to level everything out and bring all of the instruments up so they all not necessarily are loud, but they match each other because the wave is just not as thick as it should be, but it doesn't necessarily need to be fat and just dark. Because trust me, I see that all the time. Either way, we'll get with that offline. That's fine. We'll get with that, personally. But man, I love what Julius is doing, man. He's killing it. He's killing it right now. Here he is. Like I said, in a previous podcast, that dude is easily the DJ Nocturnal of 2015. And of course, we got some Nocturnal coming up later, and you see what he's doing. So I'm really appreciating where Julius is going right now. Major love, major shout out to you, my man. All right, coming up next, my man representing Double Negative, Mike Notes. Let's go.
Double negative.
I see. Something entirely different from Mike Notes. I like that. I definitely like that. That's pretty cool, man, to see him do something different. To see him, and I'm not saying anything negative at all. Not at all. I like to see when people, just go outside of the regular boundaries, out of the comfort zone, so to speak. And Mike definitely went there with this. This dude has different layers as far as pads and strings, and there's there was like a guitar lick, couple guitar licks in there, and there was some electronic pianos in there, kind of things. Yes, yes, yes. I like the drums that he used. Those are definitely some machine drums. I couldn't tell you what kit, but I like that. I want to say the factory. I could be wrong, but yeah, definitely like those. Definitely liked the use of everything in there. There wasn't any samples in the way of from other records, but there we, it's like a sample pack or something like that. But it's music. That's the thing. It's something that somebody actually played, and I'm assuming that's where he went with a couple of those instruments, like the keyboard and the guitar. But definitely adding the extra layers with actually playing out the synth and the pad parts. Yeah, very, very dope, my man. Very dope. It really kicked in around like the 43, 44 second part. And that's when it really took off and got into something that I really wasn't expecting from Mike. And I'm really happy that he went out there. Thank you, my man. Excellent job. All right. Well, there's a gentleman that I did not expect to hear back in the lineup so soon, but I'm glad he's here. My man, Reverb Music. Let's go. Yes, Reverb Music back for the second time in 2015. Whoa. This, well, no, I'm not going to say that now. I'll wait. I'll wait. But man, again, I've known Reverb for some years now. And not to say he hasn't done any organic stuff, but this, yeah, this is unlike anything else I've heard from dude. He's mostly a sample-based cat, and he'll put, he'll build instrumentation around it, as a lot of us do. But this right here, yes, yes. I like the pads going throughout. I love the drums. The sound of the drums, along with how they were programmed. Even, I said, no kind of samples or anything like that, but even the one Hey sample, that fits perfect. I mean, it's EQ just right. It's level just perfect, where it sits right in the mix. It's not taken away from the rest of it, for the rest of the track, which is excellent. Love that. Love when the bass line kicks in. Man, this is dope. I think it was around a little after the 2 minute mark where it actually switched up a little bit. And then a little bit later, I think around like the 220, 225 is where it actually brought in some horn stabs. Like, yes, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about. And it actually it shows range for a lot of our people, because, okay, not trying to say anything against Reverb, but Reverb is one of those cats that don't come around too often. But when he does show up in the podcast and on the Bang Show, he delivers. His beats are dope, but you don't get a chance to hear from him more often. But when you get to hear stuff like this from him, and the thing we just heard from Mike Notes, and I'm pretty sure a couple of other people in the rest in the remainder of the podcast, it shows range. It shows you can go different places. That's the whole purpose of doing what I do with the podcast, or I should say with the assignment that leads up to the podcast, is we go through different types of music, different restrictions, and using, focusing on different instruments and stuff like that. And that's what I'm really loving about this particular podcast so far is, this is rock solid, man. Verb, thank you, dude. The only thing I would say about your track is I could have used some drops with the drums every now and then. One or two would have sufficed. That would have been very cool, just in the right spot. But other than that, excellent track, my man. All right, moving down. I should say, coming from the West Coast to the East Coast and going back down south to Tampa, Florida. My man, Gold 007. Let's go. Man, man. Gold 007. Yikes. Woo, boy. That was nasty. Oh, man. First and foremost, I have to go here first. Excellent job on the mixing, my man. Excellent job. I know Gold has been struggling with the mixing and the mastering aspect of it. And, I'm not huge on that, but I have to point that out and give props. This mix on this particular submission is the one. Whatever you're doing, whatever you did on this particular mix, continue to do that. That's it. That is it. Wow, dude. And to go back to JSP8, this is type of mixing I'm talking about right here, because I'm looking at his wave, and the wave is nice and full. Everything is heard. Everything has its own place. Everything, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So for JSP, this is what I'm talking about. The wave is definitely where it should be. So we definitely got to work on the mixing, but I definitely enjoyed your track, JSP. It's nothing wrong with it at all. I just want you to start bringing that mix out just a little bit more, and we'll get with that. But back to Gold. Dude, are you serious? Again, as I said last week, there's just some assignments where I know for a fact somebody is going to rise. Somebody's going to stand up and deliver. And Gold, he definitely brought it with this one. This dude he's making his best music now, in my opinion. These last, what I want to say, like 3 submissions, I think, that he's come through with. Definitely the last 2. I got to go back and listen to the other one. But this dude is in a zone right now. He's in a very cool zone right now, and I'm happy for him. That was dope. Trying to think back to where things changed up. I want to say around the 140, 150, where he had one change up that was just stupid. Then there was another part that was a little later, almost like a reggae kind of feel. But the entire track, just nasty. I love the acoustic drums. It had a nice little reverb on them, and all of the other rock, guitar, synth elements, and all. Dude, just a completely thorough composition. This is what I'm talking about, man. Woo, Gold. Thank you, sir. All right, moving on to my man. He's back this week. My man, AR Music. Let's go. Are you serious right now, dude? AR music on a comeback. That dude is tearing right now. Jeez, man. That track right there is sickening. I really loved everything about it. I love the sound of it. I like the way it was mixed. And the mix, this is not negative at all. The mix is a bit hot, but it fits. There's a well-known, well, maybe not be well-known, but there is something I actually read before from the engineer who actually, this is taking me back, the engineer who actually mixed Disco Inferno by, who was that, Tavares? He actually mixed that, and he had some complications to where he mixed it and it was a little hotter than normally, than how he would normally mix his the music that he would engineer. And the way that it had energy in that mix, that's why they kept it, because it actually has that. When you listen to Disco Inferno, and I'm a huge fan of that song, I love that song. When you listen to that joint in the right environment, and I can only imagine being back in the disco days and being in a club when that joint came on, and the amount of energy that's already in the song, but the mix, the way it's presented is incredible. And that's what I like about this particular track. It's not loud or hot as in distorted. It's hot as in it actually brings energy to the track. It's kind of a more, almost a laid back tempo almost, but the way it's mixed and the way it sounds definitely hits you hard, and I like the mix on that. The drums are hitting. The drums are nasty. Like the other elements that he used in there, like the synth pads or whatever that was, the stabs. But then when that bass line comes in, oh man, that is stupid. Oh man. That was pretty dope. Had a dropout right before the 150, which was really dope. The only thing I wanted to hear from this track, in addition to what everything that's already in this track, is just a little change up. That's all. Be it like a solo or chorus, or just a change in gear as far as the sequences. I think that would have benefited the track a lot. And, I know you normally go back and play around with these things, so maybe play around with that. But dude, what I heard, everything in this track is very, very dope. I love the energy in this track, my man. I could see this in a commercial or definitely a video game, big time, in a movie, matter of fact. That's like a movie kind of things. But yeah, AR, my man. Thank you, sir. Whew, God. All right, moving back down south to my man in South Carolina, DJ Nocturnal. Let's go. boy. Woo, Lord. All right. Nocturnal. I would say your real name, but I don't want to get you in trouble of any type. So, Locke, we got to talk, bruh. It's time for you to quit being an electrician. It's time for you to stop being a DJ. And you just need to be a full-time producer and sell beats for the rest of your life. It's time, dog. Wow, this dude is bringing it. Oh, man, this track right here? Come on. I mean, wow. Again, the mix on it really adds to the character, so to speak. It adds to the energy of the track, and it just really, really exudes, so to speak. Man, loved everything about this track. Locke is on a mission. By far, this dude is on a mission. And maybe what I just said is the mission. For real. I don't know what else to say about this track. You heard it. Everything was dope. I liked everything about it. The intro with the pads and whatnot, when it actually kicks in with the beat and the drums, and then you get the synth in there, the high whiny synth kind of thing, and piano, brass, strings, around the 130s where it actually broke down. Oh man, this dude is on a mission. Man. Locke, thank you, bro. Oh my. So I'm wondering, should I even introduce this next dude? Or should I just play the track and let you figure it out? Yeah, let's do that. Whoa! Are you serious right now? Oh, God. Ladies and gentlemen, gives me great honor to announce the return of Taurus Beats. Oh my. Did you listen to that? Taurus, the tagline for Taurus's music, he actually has his own website, taurusbeats.com. I think that is it. Yeah, taurusbeats.com. But his tagline is mood music. I think it is mood music. And tell me that doesn't fit that tagline. Tell me that doesn't fit what Taurus Beats has been all about over the last couple of years. That right there, not a lot of drums. There's actually just a little percussion in there, just a little bit. And everything is just on a perfect groove that you don't hear, but you feel it. Feel me on that one. You don't hear it, but you feel it. It's there. And he's just riding the hell out of that beat. That's actually not fair. I don't know if he created it over drums and then took them out because it made sense this way. I don't know. Whatever he did, I'm happy he did it that way. This is incredible. This is a great comeback track, so to speak, from Taurus. Dude, the piano. I think I could be wrong, but I want to say it's around the 55 or a minute mark where he actually got into, pardon me if I'm wrong with this, because I don't know the proper term. At least I don't think I do. But he got into the quarter tones where it sounds like, 3 or 4 pianos are playing in different octaves at the same time. When he got to that, I absolutely lost it. Like, wow, dude. Wow. And the thing that impresses me the most, that I will remain impressed with Taurus, is he said he really doesn't know how to play piano. He didn't take lessons, be it from a teacher or online or anything like that. He taught himself how to play piano. That's impressive when you hear what this dude is doing. And then he just vamped through the entire track, laid down the foundation, and just came back with the piano on top of it and just killed it. Yo, I have nothing else to say about this track except for it's incredibly dope. And I'm happy to see you back, Taurus, especially we're going to be getting stuff like this. Jeez, dude. Whew. Thank you, sir. All right, moving on. Coming back up home from me to Detroit. My man, the great, the legend, Mr. Wallace. Come on, dude. Are you serious right now? Ah! I'm losing it over here, man. Oh, boy. Mr. Wallace, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. That was dope. And it's not like it's some unexpected or anything like that, because Wallace delivers every single week. He has yet to disappoint. But man, I just like the places that Wallace goes. You know, according to the assignment, and he just goes to these places, man. These depths of the galaxy that many people are afraid to. Loved everything about this track, dude. It's amazing what you can bring out of cats just by restricting them, so to speak. This week, no samples. All right. No problem. We're going to do this, Tashir, and deliver. Whew, Lord. Wallace. That mixed very well, mastered very well, sequenced very well, had a nice amount of movement in the track and drops and a couple of change-ups here and there. Man, it's what else do I need to say about this track? You've heard it. It's incredible. God, man. Woo! Thank you, sir. And now, moving on to my man, who always shows up and shows out. Ladies and gentlemen, closing week 95, Sho-Nuff.
When you called me that day, so there's one thing I wanna say. So precious.
if we were back on the video podcast kind of thing, you would have just seen me losing my damn mind. I'm recording this at 7 in the morning. Well, now it's currently 7:27 in the morning. And I'm sitting here making all this noise, and I know my family is upstairs like, what the hell is going on? Oh my God. Made me choke, dude. Yo, Sho-Nuff closing out week 95 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. Wow. This dude said in his submission specifically that he wanted to go somewhere or take me somewhere. I think that's how he said it. Take me somewhere that I either haven't been or haven't been in a long time. And man, does that do it. Holy crap. That definitely takes me back to, I think we're all around the same age, but that definitely takes me back to, like I want to say 80s, mid 80s, like soul kind of music, maybe even a little earlier, maybe even, late 70s, early 80s. Definitely takes me back to, that as far as soul music. And it was, a love song in a way. I loved his vocals on top of it. Man, that along with everything about this track, the drums, beautiful. Stepped it up because even though it does have that, 80s, late 70s feel for soul music, took the drums that would be used in, like hip hop or something today and just put that as a foundation for everything else that he used that was kind of a throwback. Boy, drums, dope. Bass line, dope. Main instrumentation, dope. And Mr. Wallace is he's going to call me out on this once more on Facebook because I did it before. I forgot whose track it was, but I remember making a quote and he made fun of me on it on Facebook, and it got a bunch of likes. But around I think it was around like the 1 minute mark. Actually, no, it was around like the 1:15 mark. Them damn flutes. Dog. Everything about this joint is incredible. I am surrounded by incredibly talented people. And I said it on Twitter before I released podcast 94 last week. I am very inspired by these people. I am. I know I'm kind of the figurehead. I'm the face of the company and, try to lead by example, that kind of thing. And I think I'm an okay musician. I'm a lot better than some of these people that get paid. But these people right here, especially these people who participated in this particular podcast. So shout out to Sho-Nuff, Mr. Wallace, Taurus Beats, DJ Locturnal, AR Music, Gold 007, Reverb Music, Mike Notes, JSP8, and RTO Beats. These people are bringing it. They are the current, I should say the present, and they are definitely the future of good music. Great music, actually. Dude, you get people to invest in this stuff right here that you heard for hip hop, R&B, for soundtracks, video games, commercials, TV shows. Dog, that's where we need to be. That's the plan. That's where we're going. But I just have to give credit where credit is due. My people at CMA are bringing it. And if you are not one of us, you need to correct that. Come on over to computermusicacademy.com and join us. It is that simple. The squad is expanding, and I'm all good with that. I have no doubt that one day we'll be doing, hour plus podcasts damn near every week. That's coming. And it's going to be solid. Even the amateurs, so to speak, or the newbies are going to be okay and actually contribute some really dope stuff to the podcast. But man, I have nothing but respect for everybody that contributes on a regular basis and just gives me some damn good music to listen to. That's what it's all about. On the fan aspect, as a fan, as a viewer and listener, that's what it's all about. We come to see what these artists do every single week, and they deliver. There's a number of people that hit me up. Yo, I download the podcast. And in case you didn't know, you can actually go to the website, computermusicacademy.com. You can download every podcast for free. Come through. Come hang with us on that aspect. But people tell me they download the podcast and they work out to it. They put it in their car and they ride to it. They got a playlist of the podcast. And that's what it's all about, man. We're making music here. We're making damn good music. And I'm done. I'm tired of talking. But yo, thank you to everybody that participated. Thank you, the viewer, the listener, who hangs with us every single week and supports us. And that is it for now. I'm done for the week. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will talk to you next time. See ya.